What's up, world? This is Mr. Nicholas King Bolek Brown, Father of the Year. Today is day 65. That's right, 65 days going live in a row. Initially, the goal was to go live for 30 days, but we done pushed and kept pushing. So now today is day 65. And what I want to talk about today is, let's talk about gratitude. Let's talk about gratitude to be one of the things we focus on and being able to focus on the positive things. But is your TV loud, dog? Turn your TV on live. I thought it was their TV. Yeah, so we focus on gratitude. And I'd like to talk, let's say, in regards to overcoming challenges. Man, sometime on this thing, in this road of life, this journey, things get so challenging, so hard that where sometimes you may want to give up. You might get depressed or find yourself like in a real sunken place or what have you. But a lot of times, when we find ourselves in those moments, those are like the breakdown and being rebuilt times or whatever. Because no matter what's going on, nothing happens without God permitting and allowing it to happen. And in most cases, if not all, God is causing it to happen, or however it may have it go. So I'm saying that no matter what's going on, things can always be better, of course, but things can always be worse. And so just think about it. Let's say you may be wanting to go somewhere and you're not able to get there. You doing everything you can to get there, but for some reason things just ain't clicking like you want to do it. Now, you might find yourself being frustrated, but then you find if you take a moment back and just sit back and think and keep God first and always know that God is always there and try to find the meaning in regards to what you're going through, then you can also find the bright side in a lot of cases. And then once you look back at things, often in hindsight, you're like, man, if I'd have did this, it would have went my way, then this would have happened, and I wouldn't have been able to do it this way, or something happened at that place, but I wasn't able to get there. And for some reason, I want to get there. So if you look at all those things, it's like it's fate, it's God, all those things working on your behalf. And so we must understand that life is not just happening to us, it's happening for us. It's happening for us to become the people we need to become. It's happening for us to learn the things we need to learn. It's happening for things to line up and for us to position ourselves for the blessing that we are here to receive, especially for the things that we pray and for the things that we need. So I look at it like when it comes to God, us in our relationship with God, I look at it like a GPS. Let's say if we sitting on the road, we driving, we can see what's in front of us, we can see what's on the side of us, we even look in the review in the side mirrors and see what's going on behind us. But God has a helicopter view to where he can see ahead, whoever knows, like all the way ahead to the end of the destination before you even start taking the journey. So certain things we're not going to be able to see, but God going to see it. God knows what happened. So sometimes we have to take detours. We trying to go one way, but you find yourself on a GPS, it's taking you on a detour to help you avoid something, rather it be a collision or the wrong type of people, the wrong environment, or any of those things. So we got to learn to be grateful and be thankful for the blessing that we have. Be grateful for the things, for the accomplishments we have, and also grateful for God keeping us away from things that's not in our best interest or that aligns with our mission, our life, our family, our friends, all those good things. And so we got a lot to be thankful for. Because also remember, no matter what we're going through, somebody else is always going through worse. And no matter whatever challenge we're going through, it always can be worse, no matter what it is. So a lot of these things happen to build us up. Sometimes we need our character strengthened. So when you praying for strength and things, you best believe you go through adversity so you can develop that strength and reinforce that foundation, and also make for a stronger character or what have you as well. So it's a great day. There's no bad days. Only bad days is when you don't have any more days left. So be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for the ones that you have in your life. Mend these broken relationships amongst our family, friends, associates, you name it. Whether it's the mother and son, mother, daughter, father, daughter, father, son, aunties, uncles, you name it. If we're alive, we still got a chance to get it right. We got a chance to show love to each other, to offer well wishes, especially coming to this new year. There should be no people still hanging on negative and bringing negativity to this new year. This is for us to keep building and moving forward, and especially for the benefit of our children, our grandchildren, our nephews, nieces, uncles, cousins, aunts, you name it. It's a new year, so let's move forward in a better fashion. Let's really elevate our mind. Let's build our mind. Let's change our mindsets. Let's elevate our paradigm. Let's elevate from a low level of thinking to a higher level of thinking. Let's start reading more books. Let's become more self-educated. Let's become more self-motivated. And by doing so, we become better. We grow. We grow every day. We become a better person every day. And also, in addition to that, our children get to bear witness and watch us grow and become better every day. So we inspire and motivate them to do the same thing. And that way, that influences their behavior and our authority with our children, because it's more easier for somebody to take what you say and do what you tell them to do when they watching you and watching you lead by example, opposed to you tell them to do something and you're not really doing it yourselves. For instance, let's say if you want to tell somebody they need to eat better and work out, but you're obese and you're heavyweight, so it's like, why would I listen to you? You're not even listening to it, so you're not even really credible. But if I tell you you need to read this book or study this person, and you always see me reading and studying, and you see my life transform as I'm growing and developing in real time and making these sacrifices to do so, then it makes it more credible and then they can receive it more. Now, sometimes people have to hear things from different people. Sometimes we may not be the person to influence people in the same in the way that they may need, or we may think they may need. However, we may be qualified. So you just keep on talking, keep on teaching. We reach the ones that we meant to reach, and then the ones that need to be reached by someone else, by them following our example, then they could potentially reach them as well. Say, for instance, I might be teaching somebody something, but they might need to hear from their brother. They might need to hear from their cousin, something like that. Now, their brother or their cousin may receive it from me, but they may have a better relationship with them to where the information may hold more weight. So all we can do is focus on what we control, focus on what we can control, and what we can't control, that's what we give to God, and stay positive and optimistic, and keep on listening to more things that's going to help build our mindsets, and just keep moving forward. So again, let's be grateful. Let's love on each other. So it's a new year. So let's act like it's a new year. You know, let's keep building. Let's focus on the right thing. Let's focus on building our family. Let's focus on the betterment of our children. Let's focus on the futures of our great grandchildren. Let's think about it. Today is 2026. What's 2027 gonna look like? What's 2030 gonna look like? What's 2040? What's 2045 gonna look like?
What's 2067?
Hey, you get ready. So you just messed up my train of thought, bro. And what dude say? We leaving this 67 stuff back in 2025. You say 67 again, you got to do 67 push-ups every time. How about that?
It's worth it.
Okay. 6,700 push-ups.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, and squats. Yeah, so it's worth it. We're going to make it worth it, right? You be walking around here looking like a bodybuilder. Now, don't get quiet. Yeah. Go do them push-ups. Go do some push-ups right now.
I just did some hand
Yeah, go do 30. Do hand just there. Go do 30. Matter of fact, do 67 push-ups. You can break them up into how many sets you need to. 67 push-ups and 67 squats. We're going to make it count. So you want to keep saying 67. Okay, squat 67 times and do you 67 push-ups. And count them. And then after that, we're going to keep going until you get to 6,700. Then we're going to go to 67,000.
Okay,
then we're going to go to 67 million.
I won't say 6, 7.
Yeah, I know, but no, it's worth it. So get in there and exercise. Then you'll come interrupt me while I was in the middle of talking about some 6, 7. How about that? Straighten your back up. And count them sets. Even when disciplining children, need to make it beneficial to them. So let's say, for instance, if you want to put a child on punishment, or if they want to go outside or something like that, or play the game, let's give them something that will help them mentally, physically, emotionally, you name it. From the exercising, from reading, to taking notes, to meditating, to being still, to brainstorming, writing out new ideas. Like, it's so many ways that we can make our children the best version of themselves, and also making ourselves the best version of ourselves. Put together some vision boards. I really, really believe in, and I believe in the vision boards, and I like the vision boards because I've seen the power and bear witness to the power of the vision boards. Once you get your board and you just get you some magazines of all the things that you want, how you want it to be, whether houses, cars, money, family, prosperity, you name it. You put all those things on your board, you put the words on with it, then you start working towards those goals. Once you start keep going towards those things, one thing is going to happen, your life is going to get better. Not saying it's going to be easy, but the more you work towards them, keep working, keep reading, keep growing, keep learning from people, you become the people that's on your vision board. Your life starts to reflect the things that are on the vision board. So they say, for instance, you put a nice house on there, real nice house. Then you start working until you get your nice house. What do people do when they get ready to buy a house? They start going to open houses. So now you start going to open houses. You start finding out, they say you want to go get you some nice cars. Okay, start going to the car lot. Start test driving some cars. Let your children see these cars. Let your children see these houses. Start expanding their mindset and their paradigm, their perspective. You don't have to purchase everything to experience it. Access works just as well. So you got all these multi-million-dollar houses that they have, open houses every week, $100,000 houses every week from different cities and different states. And it is no cost for you to go do so. By doing so, you also build a relationship with the realtors. You learn these environments, and it started to become your new reality. And one thing about the children, their imagination is so great and so strong, the sooner we start exposing them to these things, the faster they start acclimating to them. So now they start to expect this to be their lifestyle. They want better. They desire more. So when they see people on the screen, whether it's movies or people they have a whole lot of things, they don't think that they can't get it. They start to expect that they're supposed to have it. And in addition to that, it elevates and raises their self-esteem, which we need. Children with high self-esteem, with pride in themselves, their family, where they come from, and their race. We need to build as many leaders as we can for the future, and all of it starts at home. It don't start at school, it starts at home. We the first teachers of our children. So when our children leave out our household and they in the world, they need to be fully equipped to move and maneuver so they'll know how to, so they can be safe, productive, and self-sufficient. So we all know how to do something. Whether we know how to go work a job or write books or whatever, we all know how to do something. One of our mentors that we had, they said, you're an expert at whatever level. You're an expert at the level that you're at or something like that in regards to whatever you're doing. If you know how to do something, you can train and teach somebody else how to do it. They may not know how to do it. So that means you're an expert at your level. Just because you're not at the top or a multi-millionaire don't mean that you're not qualified to teach some people stuff. You know how to do plenty. If you made it in this life, you're able to go to work, pay bills, and take care of yourself and be self-sufficient, that's a skill that you can teach that the young folks need to know how to do. A lot of young folks don't know how to do that. So if you're sending these children just to go to school, they learn how to take tests or take orders and things, but they don't know how to think for themselves. Children got to be able to know how to think, and they got to be able to know how to ask the right questions. Be inquisitive, learn to think, want to know some stuff. And that's all that starts with us. But if we're not setting an example or exposing them to something like this, then when are they going to get it? I can tell you what I'm doing firsthand. Some of the things that I'm learning at 42 years old, I'm making sure my children learning it at 12 years old and 42. So that means they're learning it up to 30 years earlier than I am. So if I could have learned these things when I was 12 years old, I'll be further along. So that means they're learning them now. They're going to be further along. They'll push them on the same level that I am in a lot of cases. And my goal is for them to surpass the level that I'm at. The goal is for the children to be better than me in every shape, form, or fashion. Standing on the foundation that I'm building, the foundation that my parents have built, the foundation that our grandparents have built, the foundation that our whole entire family has built. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just got to reinforce the foundation, remember the principles, show love and honor and respect to the ones who came before us, because we all stand on the shoulders of giants. And there's been a lot of hard work and sacrifice, known and unknown, to all of us. You got people that have done things behind the scenes that you don't even know. You got people who's looked out for people that's helped you get in position that you don't know about. And everything is coming through God. God is working through all the people. So we got to keep God first, and we keep family first. and we keep on growing and building. And that's the way we make this year the best year ever, and the next year even better than ever, and every year better and better and better. So therefore, our frame of mind doesn't have to be trying to stay out the way. You know, a lot of times you ask people what you're doing. I'm just trying to stay out the way. It's hard for us to stay out the way when we don't have the resources to go anywhere, because we're pretty much in a certain area to where debt makes us in the way, especially with those of us that come from the hood or in the neighborhood all the time. Like if you go to affluent neighborhoods, you don't see a strong police presence. Most time you don't see much law enforcement in nicer areas at all, because people know how to what's the word I can say? What's the word? How would they use it? People know how to maintain order of their own self, or their own circumstances and things. So it's like we got to learn to be civilized and then not only look out for ourselves, we got to look out for each other. Most of us have grown up together, went to school with each other, or related to each other. Our parents either know each other, went to school with each other, worked with each other, maybe kinfolks, and we might not even know. So everybody's connected, whether we know it or not. So when you see someone, it's okay, especially ones that look like you, it's okay to be kind and speak and want the best for and pray for each other and wish for everybody each other's well-being. They do it in other cultures. So we got to get on the ball and make sure we're doing what's best for ourselves and for each other, for the betterment of not only ourselves, but the betterment of our children, our children's children, our nephews, nieces, all of our loved ones. And like I say, doing this in the honor and respect and remembrance of the ones that have gone on before us. We all stand on the shoulders of giants, and nobody does this thing by themselves. And we're only as strong as our team. So as we get better, everything around us gets better. So again, this is about gratitude and being thankful about the blessing that we receive in the midst of going through challenges, and to not give up. And if we're going through certain things, it's to make us become more of who we're destined to be. So once you start feeling like you can't handle it anymore, keep God on your mind. Start keeping God on your mind when things are going good. Learn as much about God as you possibly can. Don't just depend on one source, whether it's from a church or a mosque or anything like that. Keep learning as much as you can. Always, and go back to as far as you can in regards to the African spiritual system. Because if you think we're Africans, I just watched something. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna do it right here. Let me see what it say. I'm gonna do it right here while I'm on. I'm gonna ask Google, how old are African people? How old are African people? So this is incorrect. However, it'll work for the point that I'm making. Okay, so this says Africa is the birthplace of modern humans who evolved on the continent at least 300,000 years ago. Now, from my understanding and my research, we've been here longer than 300,000 years. Most of us don't know that. But just for the sake of this discussion, it says 300,000 years, which that's incorrect. We've been here longer than that. So now I'm going to ask, how old are Caucasian people? Let's see what it say. I'm going to put Caucasian/white just in case. Caucasians. How old are Caucasian people? Whatever it is, it's less than 6,000 years. What this is? The modern racial categories of white or Caucasian were developed gradually from the late 15th to the 17th centuries in the context of European colonization and the establishment of race-based social hierarchies and slavery in the Americas. Before this time, people identified themselves by their ethnicity, culture, religion, or nationality, English, French, Irish, not as a single white group. A distinct population known as Caucasian hunter-gatherers existed in the region around 12,000 years ago. All right, that's incorrect too, but we'll say, it's saying, so this basically saying that Caucasian and white people have been around, they say 12,000 years, and they say the African people have been around 300,000 years. So I want you to think about that. They don't teach us these things at school. I remember when I went to elementary, which was the first time I learned anything about slavery, they were basically trying to tell us, that our history started in slavery. Bless you, which is incorrect. So just think, if our children know that we have been on this planet for more than 300,000 years, and we were the rulers, the kings, queens, the owners, and we the original people. Imagine, and then also realizing that other people, such as the Caucasian and white people, have been here 12,000 or less years. Imagine what type of pride, self-esteem, awareness, curiosity, all these different thoughts that we can plant in our children's mind through the seeds of showing them that we didn't just get here and our history did not start with slavery. Slavery was just a small period of time that we ended up going through. But then also that there's slavery going on right now and it hasn't stopped. We know about the transatlantic slave trade, but what about the Arab slave trade, which is still going on now, which has been going on longer than the transatlantic slave trade. So that's why we had to get these books. That's why we had to do research. That's why we cannot, and we must refuse to depend on the school to educate our children into the knowledge of self and for them to be self-sufficient. Yeah, they can go there to learn how to read, count, socialize, things like that. But what's the ultimate goal? School's ultimate goal is mainly to teach you to get to a certain stage after taking all these tests to go to school, graduate, and get you a good job. But again, we must be entrepreneurs. Not saying not to get a job. Got to get a job to start your entrepreneurial endeavors in most cases. But if the child, you have 13 to 14 years, however long we put our children in school, and we just put it in position so they can go to school, learn this stuff, and to get at the end get a job. That's kind of like, at this point in time in life, it's like a obsolete program to where it doesn't work anymore. It's like it's old news at this point in time. When you look, it's for our children to be rich, wealthy, successful. And when we do our research and study people that are rich, wealthy, and successful, and they showing us and they teaching us that the way that we're doing things is the complete opposite way of that they're doing it, then that means we need to change what we're doing. If the end goal is for them to be rich, comfortable, successful, and got everything they need, and to be free and safe, but the rich people, the wealthy people that run the world are not doing it that way. And a lot of them don't have college degrees, but the people that work for them go to college and get degrees to work for them. Then it's not adding up like it used to. Like I said, get a job. Especially, I would recommend, especially the young folks around here, get a job so you don't have to do nothing illegal. Get you a job. As you get you a job, don't focus on being a consumer. Save your money up. Use your money to start investing in yourself so you start getting new information. So when you take this information, then you start learning who the rich people are and the ways they making money and how they maintain money. Then you start using that money as a tool to help you get where you want to go, opposed to just working and paying for phone bills, going out, buying clothes, and just keep doing the same thing over and over and over. We've done that year after year for decades. We've done it for decades now. So if we want better, we got to do better. And so that's my tidbit. Again, back being grateful, being self-sufficient, and plant these seeds in these children, and let's enjoy each other and let's have joy. There's enough pain going around, so we must create joy, and we must all have joyful experiences. And so, let's do it. Again, this is what day this is? 65. Day 65, Mr. King, Mr. Nickel King, Bowleg Brown going live. Like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube page. Currently, it is called Mr. King's Perspective. Check it out. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Some feedback. Positive feedback will be appreciated. Thank you to all our supporters. And thank you for all the prayers and suggestions. And stay tuned. We got a lot of big things on the way for the new year. And we're going to keep moving forward. And we're going to keep showing love. We're going to keep receiving love. We're going to show love to those that show love to us. And we're going to have a great time doing this thing. And if we can do it, you can do it too. Not only that, since we're doing it, you should do it too. And you deserve it. And you deserve better. Your children deserve it, and they deserve better. So let's take ownership of this new year and make it be what it needs to be.
What color coffee?
So thank you.